Hello, I'm Lisa Skeffington. Welcome to this masterclass presentation to show you how to move from feeling anxious to feeling empowered in your life. In this presentation, I will be sharing with you the crystallized 5 steps you need to heal and grow to become a woman so free and happy and self-assured within herself that she thrives in her life without excuse or apology. I'm so pleased you're here. Now, you've probably been on many webinars, where they talk so much before they get to what you really want to hear. I know how frustrating that can be. So if you don't mind, I'm just going to dive straight in because I've got some amazing content to share with you. So let's talk first about who this is for. This is for professional women feeling anxious, overwhelmed and frustrated, living with insecurity and low self-confidence. Now, if on the surface, to the outside world, you appear to have an okay life, with an okay job and a reasonably comfortable lifestyle, but that secretly, if you know that on some level below the surface, you are hiding your distress, and if you are struggling to keep up the facade, this is for you. And especially if you have experienced childhood emotional trauma, abuse, neglect, or overburden in some way, and you often have difficulties now with adult relationships, then you are in the right place here with me. So in the next 45 minutes, here is what we're going to cover. I will show you how to heal and grow to become the person you always wanted to be, without excuses or apologies, to feel good enough and happy and secure within yourself. We're going to talk about how to fit in more, socially and professionally, without constantly trying to please in order to be liked, because you will be loving and accepting yourself and commanding acceptance and respect from others as the perfectly imperfect woman that you are. We're also going to talk about how to trust others and to trust yourself so that you can handle any adversity life throws your way without needing desperately to cling on to measures to control circumstances and others. I'm also going to show you how to communicate and speak your truth calmly and clearly in a way that commands respect and avoids confrontation, so that you may adopt relationships and friendships because you choose to and not because you need to. We're also going to talk about how to sleep well and wake up refreshed and excited to begin a new day, without sleeping pills or medication, overflowing with joy for the abundance and appreciation for the simplest of pleasures in your life, with a deep love and appreciation for those you care most for too. Plus, you will discover how to feel at peace within yourself and allow yourself just to be, without needing to prove anything to anyone anymore, in that exhausting human doing of the past. And I'm going to show you how to do all these things without medication and without years of open-ended talking therapy, even if you've tried to break free before and failed. So here is my promise to you. In this masterclass, I'm going to give you a step-by-step strategy to get from feeling anxious to feeling empowered in your life. Now, I totally get that from where you may be at today, that seems like a big promise. But I assure you, I have clients right now who are doing just that. And it is entirely possible with the right help. You just need to know how. But before we get into the real kryptonite here, let me first check in with you and see where you're at. So tell me, does this sound like you? Do you settle for being undervalued and mistreated in your relationships, professionally and personally, because a part of you believes that you don't really deserve more? Do you lack the confidence to communicate your needs at home and at work and say how you really feel? Do you greet the morning after an exhausting night awake, feeling a sense of dread for the day ahead and not really knowing why? Do you feel powerlessly stuck where you don't want to be, underachieving, overstressed, feeling misunderstood and isolated in your emotions? Are you conflicted with events from your childhood being no big deal when really it was? And it still is somehow. And isn't the overwhelming truth that you don't feel good enough and you can't make this feeling go away? Now, if any of this sounds like you, then I have good news, because none of these things are the real problem. They are just the symptoms. Because the real problem is that you haven't yet made what I like to call the shifts. And we're going to talk about what those are in just a second. But for now, know this: once you make them, you'll hold such an honest acceptance and appreciation of yourself that it will feel like coming home to who you really are. You'll feel so deeply connected to those you love, and for the first time, you'll really be able to fully give and receive love. You'll walk into a room of strangers, unfazed and totally relaxed, no longer distracted by feeling self-conscious and overthinking everything about how you might look and come across. Nothing and no one will faze you. You will depend on you to trust yourself enough to be confident to handle any storm that life throws your way. You'll love yourself enough not to stand for any abuse, not to allow anyone anymore in any relationship, personally or professionally, to put you down or mistreat you, because you'll calmly and firmly be able to express your boundaries and your needs. What I'm really saying here is, you will take your rightful place on the stage of your life and own it. Now, before we go too much further, let me take a second and introduce myself so that you know who I am and why on earth you should even listen to me. My name is Lisa Skeffington. I'm a consultant psychotherapist, advanced hypnotherapist, personal success coach, mentor, and author. I have over 20 years' experience in helping women just like you who are struggling with anxiety and overwhelm to find their confidence and their power through self-love, so that they can feel more relaxed, happy, and secure in their lives. I battled with anxiety myself as a result of childhood trauma for the first 30 years of my life. I combine my first-hand experience and my professional training to help other women just like you to find their way to heal and thrive in their life alongside me. I work internationally online, and I provide exclusive, bespoke, in-person consultation and workshops in the UK. My solid reputation as an anxiety expert is built on medical and personal recommendations. And I was thrilled to be shortlisted in Woman and Home magazine's 50 Amazing Women Over 50 Awards for helping families to overcome anxiety and emotional stress. So let me take a moment and tell you how I discovered the 5 shifts. Until my 30s, it had taken me years to recover from an abusive childhood, trying different therapies and interventions. I knew what had worked and what didn't work for me personally. I began to notice how the way most other therapists provided help and support wasn't rounded enough or in depth enough to really make a difference that was sustainable over time. As I worked with my clients over the years, I began to observe what didn't work in the therapy world, with all its limitations and expectations. Combining my first-hand experience and professional knowledge and experience, gradually I began to introduce a new way of working that provided my clients with what they really needed. In order for them to find their power and their confidence to turn things around for themselves, so that they could fully heal and grow to become the person they were always meant to be. In the last 5 years, I have crystallized a new way of working with my clients. And this has been a game changer in helping them to get some phenomenal results. It's an incredible and beautiful thing. So to put it simply, I want you to know that there are 5 key shifts you must make to successfully heal from your past and thrive in your life. Feeling secure, happy and free. And I'm going to walk you through all 5 of them on this masterclass today. So the first shift I want you to know is that responsibility is essential. If you want to overcome anxiety and heal from your past so that you can feel relaxed and secure within yourself and in your life, let me make one thing crystal clear. You must take full responsibility for your role in this process of change. I can show you how, but I can't do it for you. That's your job and only yours. You must understand that there's absolutely no magic pill or potion or spell to transform your life unless you are an active participant in making that happen. This is absolutely non-negotiable. You will never change your life and yourself for the better unless you are ready and willing to quit blaming, complaining, and making excuses and take responsibility for where you are at, feeling stuck in your life right now. Now, I don't mean responsibility for what did or didn't happen in the past. I'm talking about today, right now. In order to grow beyond your pain and break away from the old way of trying to overcome anxiety, you must be flexible and open-minded in your thinking. You must accept and be willing to move beyond where you're at right now. You must be willing to take responsibility for feeling as stuck and anxious as you do right now in your life today. Whatever trauma you have experienced in the past, you must confront your feelings and be ready to grow beyond your pain. You must accept full responsibility for your part in the process of your healing. Every client who achieves success with me is ready to invest in themselves and take action every day. They confront their feelings. They take steps to stretch themselves beyond their familiar of frustration and discontent. They challenge their thoughts and beliefs, and they dare to trust, perhaps for the first time. So let me be very clear. It's no one else's job to fix you but yours. The idea of I can make you this or that is just marketing, and it's not real. When you follow my advice today and take responsibility, you will become an active participant and survivor in the healing process. And this is going to make it possible for you to be empowered to change your life so that you live a life you are proud of and able to sustain over time. But if you don't do this and you just passively expect others to fix you, you will forever stay stuck and disempowered in your life, blaming others for your misfortune and remaining a victim, helpless to your circumstances and unable to find a way out. You won't ever understand why, as a rational, logical person, you can't seem to control your overwhelming anxiety levels, which are steadily and significantly worsening. Does this make sense? I really don't want this for you. Now, the second shift you must make is to quit the superficial and open-ended therapies and weak self-help. Now, according to the Mental Health Foundation, over 50% of women struggle with a mental health condition. According to latest statistics, there are over 8 million specific cases of anxiety in the UK alone, let alone the rest of the world. It has been my professional experience that countless clients have struggled for years, trying out different therapies, trying to self-help, trying to find a way to feel more in control and more relaxed within themselves. Is this you? If you continue to make these half-hearted attempts with superficial therapy you don't really commit to, you'll stay stuck right where you are today, feeling powerless to make a change. You'll never get to experience how amazing it will feel for you to get to that point of real awareness and safety to make a real difference in your life. When you just dip a toe in to test the water, you never find your courage to dive into all the possibilities of you. You simply end up drowning. So you'll never get to feel truly heard and held enough to explore who you really are and what's really going on for you, that's keeping you stuck in a place you really don't want to be. Months, if not years from now, you'll still be right where you are, lost in your anxiety habit, with your world having gotten so much smaller. But imagine how much different the outcome of therapy would be for you when you have been able to heal deeply and honestly in a way that has stirred your emotions and motivations. Within the year, you could see yourself thrive beyond any obstacles that seemed stuck in your way before. The direction and the depth of your life will be so much more together when you have fully grasped how to recognize and alter how you think and feel in a wholly subjective way. Instead of isolation, there'll be connection. Instead of feeling tormented, you'll be feeling happy and free. Now, if you get this wrong and you buy into the idea that some professional therapist knows what's best for you and tries to help you by fitting you into a predetermined box, you'll throw away your money, jeopardize your relationships, and you could waste years of your life, making very slow progress, if at all. Now, Lucinda had tried to get the right help for a long time. She'd lost faith in the therapy profession, but she was desperate to cope and really did need a lifeline, my lifeline. This is what she said of having found her way to me. I'd like to thank you for supporting me with my self-esteem issues and anxiety. I can honestly say that having been to many therapists during my life, I never truly got to understand myself as I do now, having worked with you. You have helped me so much, above and beyond what anyone could expect. And there are times I do not know what I would have done without you. Now, if you get this right, and you invest wisely in yourself and fully and honestly commit to the right professional help, and you take action to overcome the anxiety you are living with, you will heal and grow beyond your wildest dreams and become the empowered and confident person you were always meant to be. Can you understand what I'm saying here? I really do hope so, from my heart to yours. So the third shift you need to make is the superpower to totally disable anxiety and overcome it. And this is what I like to call the anxiety antidote. The most powerful way for you to overcome symptoms of anxiety in your life, so that you can feel good enough and happy and secure within yourself, is to understand that this fear is coming from a much younger version of you, your inner child. Your inner child is alone and afraid and lost and floundering. She needs you, but you're not there for her. Where are you? Taking action in the right way will make it possible for you to heal the emotional wounds and trauma of your childhood, so that you can heal and grow to become a woman so free and happy and self-assured within herself that she thrives in her life without excuse or apology. The Mental Health Foundation states that about 1/3 of adults have experienced trauma of some kind. You don't have to continue to be one of these people who live with the trauma lurking in the background of your mind, within the cells of your body. When you have the opportunity to do something real and remarkable about it. So let's sum up at this point about that old way of getting help for anxiety. Let's be real with what doesn't work and why this old way leaves you feeling hopeless and powerless and stuck with anxiety where you really don't want to be. self-help, superficial quick fixes in books and on social media that never quite give you enough information to make a difference, do they? Grabbing at an external quick fix with medication. You know, medication masks the problem and creates an even bigger problem further down the line when life triggers happen, because it gags your subconscious mind, which is trying to communicate to you that the way you are living your life or the way you are thinking in your life is not congruent and aligned with who you really are, and it's out of balance. By the latest statistics available, in the UK alone, 61 antidepressants were dispensed in 2015. That's the latest statistics available. That's a 107% increase since 2005. Imagine how much that figure has grown in the last 5 years. The Community Health Survey in England in 2015 stated that 84% of respondents said they were taking medication for mental health needs in the previous 12-month period. Now, dipping a toe with superficial, low-commitment, pay-as-you-go therapy that only scratches the surface of what's really going on for you, and with those one-size-fits-all, boxy models of therapy that are lacking in spontaneity, flexibility, creativity. And of course, there's that settling for a label that defines who you are and limits how others see you in every area of your life. The National Health Executive in 2016 advised caution with mental health labels, stating that labels not only have the potential to stigmatize and alienate, individuals, but they also have a danger of reinforcing rather than alleviating the symptoms. The National Health Executive has evidenced, and I totally agree, that once a label has been assigned, it can be difficult to shake off. The National Health Executive states that the more someone believes in the label attributed to their difficulty, and the more it registered with them as a The National Health Executive states, the more someone believes in the label attributed to their difficulty, and the more it registers with them as a fixed medical condition, the harder it is likely to be for them to change. It's like the one-size-fits-all pigeonholes you and silences your true value, and your story of who you are gets lost amongst someone else's superficial idea of who you are, in order to fit their working model and timescales. Allow this, and you will stay stuck, feeling isolated and powerless in the desperateness of how you feel. All this, it's worse than crossing your fingers, isn't it? This common and conventional way is ignoring and silencing your best advantage to help yourself and clear the anxiety you are living with. Do you see how this doesn't work? So let's look now at the right way. In truth, when you follow the right way. This is why this is so powerful. You come fully under my wing for 3 months. You fully commit to moving your life forward. With my guidance, you get to understand the real reason you are stuck. That is personal only to you. You discover how to safely heal your emotional wounds from the past, and you find your way to rescuing and healing your inner child. You smash through limiting beliefs and update your beliefs to define who you choose to be today. No meds, no labels, no band-aids or illusions of quick fixes. Just real, intuitive, honest, safe vulnerability that allows you to heal and grow, alongside access to an intimate community of like-minded and heart-centered women who support and nurture each other. You set yourself free to become the person you were always meant to be, a woman, so free and happy and self-assured within herself that she thrives in her life without excuse or apology. So let's take a moment to share with you this new way in practice. Tamara had battled with anxiety and self-doubt for years. Unable to find the right help, she fought against taking medication. She needed to be taken under someone's wing, my wing, to feel safe, to face up to her fears. I guided her to clear and heal the past, to clear damaging beliefs, and I helped her to believe in herself. And then she flew. She said, "I have never experienced so much generous help in a professional person as I have with you. Support like that is from the heart, and it makes a massive impression when you are involved in very personal stuff. The sense of freedom growing in myself is unbelievable. I feel more alive and confident. You have well and truly exceeded my expectations." She got back in touch 1 year later to say this: "It's been a year now since my time with you. I have come so far in myself and in how happy I am with how much I have grown in confidence and the peace I feel inside. I love that I now know how to feel comfortable being assertive in my life. Working with you is the best thing I have ever invested in." Anna contacted me with severe anxiety and depression. She had been labelled with borderline personality disorder. She had poor self-esteem, difficulty breathing, and chest and shoulder pain. With me, she let go of heartbreaking childhood trauma and learned to love and accept herself for who she is today. She said, "I had been labelled with mental health issues, and I now really feel that this is in the past, that I can move on from that label and that it no longer applies to me. I now feel more secure with who I am, and I am more accepting of myself. I have tried therapy unsuccessfully before. The difference with Lisa has been her approach. It has given me the freedom to make progress in an unpressured way. Carol was so consumed by childhood trauma that she was battling agoraphobia with constant panic attacks and insomnia. She was feeling bullied by her husband and by her sister. With my support, she said, "It's like giving myself a clean slate and allowing myself to be a new person, not to be that insecure, scared person deep inside that I had always perceived myself to be." So ladies, so far, what do we know? We know that you must take full responsibility in the process of change. Be open-minded and flexible in your thinking. That all psychological growth and healing has to happen at a deep, intuitive and emotional level. And the real way to overcome any symptoms of anxiety in your life is to fully grasp that any wobble you experience in your adult life now is coming from a much younger version of yourself. That in order for you to grow into believing in yourself and overcome anxiety for good, you must rescue your inner child and heal her pain and her confusion. It's like cleaning dirt from a wound so that your body and mind can heal and grow. I'm going to show you how to do this. So now let's talk about your thoughts and building healthy and empowering beliefs. Now, as a child, when you didn't understand and you didn't feel understood, it created trauma that was isolating for you then, wasn't it? It's the same now. The glue that holds this transformational process of healing for you together is in making sense of how you feel and who you are throughout the layers of you. As a child, you made sense of how you felt and who you were by the way people behaved towards you and by the messages you heard from the people of influence in your life, didn't you? It's the same now. Our most powerful primal instinct is to belong and to feel accepted. When you grow to create strong beliefs about who you are and you feel supported and encouraged to act on those beliefs, the life shifts you make are phenomenal. When you take steps to learn to love and accept yourself in all that you are, and you do so within a wonderfully nurturing and supportive community of like-minded women just like you, it is truly transformational. But if you keep to those old habits of reinforcing anxiety and stifling opportunities to grow, you'll continue to attract people and circumstances that feed into the destructive beliefs and the self-doubts about yourself. Now, Rachel, as a single parent recovering from a divorce, came to see me seeking to regain her confidence after the marriage breakdown had triggered doubts and self-loathing. Now, we worked together to heal old patterns of self-doubt and inadequacy since childhood. She quit beating herself up and learned for the first time to believe in herself. On the day of our last session, she went on to smash a job interview and to secure a well-deserved promotion. She got in touch to say, Thanks so much for your help this morning. The interview went really well. So well that they offered me the job. I'm so excited. She got in touch to say this. Thanks so much for your help this morning. The interview went very well. So well that they offered me the job. I'm very excited. I can't thank you enough for everything. You were made for your job. You are truly an amazing person. Karen contacted me at breaking point, and she was feeling stuck, lost, and inadequate. Working together, she faced her fears, challenged those stifling thoughts and beliefs, and she took consistent action to overcome all self-doubt. She said, Lisa has helped me to break down the barriers in my head and be positive about my life. She has helped me to believe in myself. My family, friends, and colleagues have all noticed a difference. And I am now confident and settled in a long-term relationship. I recently learned that Karen has actually just got engaged. How wonderful is that? So get this right, and you'll smash through those limiting beliefs. You'll be able to rise above doubting yourself and thrive, to hold your head high and be proud to be you, confident and communicative and happy. But get this wrong, and you'll keep on trying to be happy and successful, yet desperately needing to feel loved and validated by other people, and not grasping that actually you have to love and accept and heal yourself first. You'll keep on overthinking everything and spiral in negativity, all because that nagging inside is constantly jabbering and taunting you, jibing at you, that no matter what you do, you're not enough. But with the right guidance, you will discover the most beautiful relationship with yourself as you hold your inner child and you make it possible for her, possible for you, to truly heal and let go of the emotional attachment to all that hurt and all that wrongdoing. The fifth shift I want you to know is that you don't have to struggle on alone. And the fifth shift, invest in the right help. Don't struggle alone. Healing alongside someone who has experienced the pain, confusion, and isolation of childhood trauma allows you to really be held and supported in a very personal way. This naturally creates a safe and connecting opportunity for healing to take place. And when that person has been through it and survived and gone on to create a life that is successful and happy and free from anxiety, they can show you the way to thrive for yourself too, because like me, they have done it. The absolute best combination of help you will ever find is with someone who has first-hand experience of trauma and is an experienced professional in helping others to heal. You need a mentor. The young child within you is vulnerable and needs to be held and nurtured in a safe and supportive environment, internally and, and allowed to grow trust, to feel safe. You must learn to reconnect powerfully with your inner child and, through a bond of love, help her to heal the trauma and the emotional wounding she has suffered. You are the only person who can truly make this happen, but you don't have to figure it all out on your own. A mentor will provide you with the right support and encouragement to heal, and the right guidance to create and sustain a life in which you thrive. You'll get the real chance to get to love and accept yourself as the perfectly imperfect woman that you are. Investing in the right help will mean that you will feel held in a safe space of support, and quite possibly for the first time in your life, you will feel fully heard and understood. With the right safe support that offers dynamic and strategic forthright help, you will finally and truthfully be able to grow your self-esteem and your self-confidence. And as you find your power, you will heal and grow to love and accept yourself fully as that perfectly imperfect woman that you are. Do you see how this is different? How this holds the real possibility, a forthright opportunity for you to break free from anxiety and self-doubt in a straightforward, clear way. Imagine that feeling of your heart overflowing, because finally that lost little girl within you has been able to blossom into the amazing, happy and free child she was always meant to be. But get this wrong, with superficial therapies that only scratch the surface and quick fixes of limited self-help and short-term relief, and you will leave your inner child stuck and isolated and alone, buried deep within you, her voice silenced, and you'll continue to feel trapped in your emotions, confused and disappointed in your relationships, and powerless to feel heard and move your life forward. From my heart to yours, please don't settle for less until you find a healing space that truly offers safe support in a way that feels like permission to come home to who you really are. When you can feel truly heard and understood, in a space where you can feel blown away by how much you can learn to love and accept yourself, to feel happy, to laugh out loud, to raise your self-esteem and your self-confidence so that you can feel empowered to fully heal and grow. Do nothing, and that unhealed wound will continue to unsettle your nervous system, because you won't have moved on from that shaky, sandy foundation your childhood was grown on. If you never successfully and safely release the emotional trauma locked inside, just like dirt in a wound, the wound will continue to be unable to heal properly, and you will never get to thrive in a life you love. According to the Mental Health Foundation, over 1/3 of women are desperately soldiering on alone and unsupported, trying to self-help. Trying to self-help with books and media will never be enough, and it will continue to keep you stuck where you don't want to be. Don't go it alone. You owe it to yourself and the years you have spent hurting and stressing to seek out the best mentor for you, who truly gets it. And honestly, be prepared to invest whatever it takes to help yourself thrive as a survivor in your life. Only you can make the most of your life now. Consider for a moment how helping yourself to properly heal and be truly happy and relaxed will impact not only your life, but also the massive impact it will have on those people you share your life with, the ones you love. Only you can give them the gift of you, and I can help you to do that. So today I promised you a step-by-step strategy to get from feeling anxious to empowered in your life today. I promised I would show you how to heal and grow to become the person you always wanted to be, without excuses and apologies, to feel good enough and happy and secure within yourself. I promised I would show you how to fit in more, socially and professionally, without constantly trying to please in order to be liked, because you will be loving and accepting yourself and commanding acceptance and respect from others as the perfectly imperfect woman that you are. And how to trust others and how to trust yourself so that you can handle any adversity life throws your way, without needing desperately to cling on to measures to control circumstances and other people in your life. And how to communicate and speak your truth calmly and clearly in a way that commands respect and avoids confrontation, so that you may adopt relationships and friendships because you choose to, not because you need to. And how to sleep well and wake up refreshed and excited to begin a new day without sleeping pills or medication, overflowing with joy for the abundance and appreciation for the simplest pleasures, with a deep love and appreciation for those you care for. And how you can feel at peace within yourself, and how to allow yourself just to be, without needing to prove anything to anyone anymore, in that exhausting human doing of the past. And all this without medication and without years of open-ended talking therapy, even if you've tried to get help before and failed. So let's be clear. This is what you need to heal and thrive in your life. Number 1, take full responsibility. Number 2, trust in the process of your individual healing at a deeply emotional and cellular level, and stop those superficial quick fixes. Three, embrace the anxiety antidote. Heal yourself through the layers of you and heal your inner child. Number 4, set yourself free from limiting beliefs and learn to build empowering beliefs. And number 5, most importantly, invest wisely in the right help to bring all this together and make it happen. But if you don't do this, you'll never find the right opportunity or meaningful connection to properly heal and move on in your life, and you'll continue to feel on edge and disillusioned for still being stuck in your continual cycle of fear and self-loathing. These 5 shifts alone are enough to become the person you were always meant to be. A woman so free and happy and self-assured within herself that she thrives in her life without excuse or apology. So now you have a choice. You can either take all the information that I've shared and ignore it. You can go back to how your life has been, with your self-help attempts to get a quick fix here and there, to steal snips of information on YouTube and social media, buying yet another self-help book or cheap online course, and try them out whenever you can, and yet still feel hopeless and powerless, that whatever you try never seems enough to overcome that nagging self-doubt. Or you can take steps today to thrive in your life, as I do in mine. We're no different, you and me. You too can heal and grow beyond your traumatic experiences of childhood to become the person you always wanted to be. Real on the inside and effective, confident, and in control on the outside too. This will mean that you too can live each day feeling proud of who you are, loving the life you create for yourself because you can. Anything and everything, trust me, is possible for you to achieve your wildest dreams and aspirations, because you will know in your heart that you are enough and you'll own your voice and your power. Now, if this is what you want, then here's what I have for you. I have set aside some time in the next 48 hours or so to speak to you personally about how you can secure the help you need in your life starting today. Whatever your individual challenges, whatever your worries and your fears, I have heard it all, and I know how you can overcome it. We will get on the phone, and then in a session for about 45 minutes, I will work with you to craft a step-by-step strategy to help you to heal and grow beyond your emotional wounds and trauma, so that you can thrive in your life from today on. In the session, I will help you to get clear on 3 things. How anxiety is destructive in your life right now, what it would mean for you to live free from anxiety, and what the obstacles are that are getting in your way. And the cost for this is absolutely free. But here's the catch. This is not for everyone. You must be a professional woman and committed to getting the help you need and ready to take action with no excuses. You must be flexible and open-minded. You must be willing to connect and communicate. You must appreciate how investing wisely in yourself will positively impact every aspect of your life. Now, if this is you, book a session now. So if you want to book a call with me, click the button now. Spaces are very limited, and I don't want you to miss out. Please do take this opportunity and book in now. I believe that you didn't stumble on this opportunity with me by accident. You are here because somehow you were meant to watch this today, and you're still here with me right now for good reason. It's your time to take action and sort this now. Click the button now. When you click that button, you will be taken to my calendar where you can book an appointment time to talk with me. So go ahead and book any time that works for you. You'll then be taken to a short application with something like 5 questions. Just fill it in as best you can, and we'll then get on the call at the appointment time you have chosen. It is going to be the best time you have ever spent reflecting on how you are feeling and what you want for yourself. And I will speak to you very soon. Oh, and by the way, if any times on my schedule really don't suit you, then just drop me a line and I'm sure we can work something out sometime. Just before I go, I really want to share with you a story that is close to my heart. So my client Claire came to see me tormented by disturbing experiences and neglect as a child. She was struggling to keep on top of her job as a lawyer. She had previously divorced from an abusive relationship, and her second marriage was crumbling. She was hardly sleeping. It was getting harder and harder to cope with the building pressure of hiding from herself in her life. After she had worked with me, she said this: "It's funny how you can feel in such a dark place with no idea how to make life a happier one after trying so many times to change and constantly failing. Then one day, a decision to seek professional help, and here I am, just 8 weeks on, feeling like a huge cloud has finally and truthfully gone." I hope this gives you hope of what's possible for you. It's been great sharing this with you. Thank you for listening. And we'll talk soon.